Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Fred Harron, Harran, Director, Bensalem Township Police Department. With me, we have our District Attorney, Matt Weintraub, Bucks County District Attorney, the Mayor of Bensalem Township, Joe DiGirolamo, and our State Representative from Bensalem, Gene DiGirolamo, and the President of a company you're going to become very familiar with, Bob Shorn from IntegenX. As most of you know, back in 2010, Bensalem Township launched a DNA local database where we were collecting DNA from individuals voluntarily. We did that for about 5 years, and we had some incredible results. With the first couple of years, we saw a 42% reduction in burglary and also a reduction in property crimes over those years. So in June of 2015, we decided to take this project countywide under the leadership of the district attorney of the time, Dave Heckler, and now our district attorney, Matt, was key on that project. We had all 39 police departments, the first in the nation for all 39 police departments in a county to have a local DNA database. That year, the county saw a 25% reduction in burglary, comparing 6 months of not having the DNA project versus 6 months of having the DNA project in place. So every single municipality in Bucks County, with the support of our great 3 commissioners who have been very instrumental in this project. Along the way, our mayor and our state senator and our state representative and our council have been very supportive in making sure that the police department gets the equipment it needs to continue to fight crime. With the ever-growing problem of opioids and heroin in our area, most of our crime is property crime based, the everyday crime. We're not like the big cities, thank God, where we have the homicides and the rapes every single day. Most of America is Bensalem. Most of America is faced with burglaries and people breaking into your cars and people stealing from the stores. So we went from 1 police department to 39 police departments. Where the state was doing DNA processing in 18 months, we went down to 30 days. Well, here comes the latest and greatest. The first in the nation, no other police department has it in the United States. We are now doing DNA testing every single day in 90 minutes. We can get a suspect in custody or a suspect that we're looking for involved in other crimes. If we obtain their DNA, we're able to put it through an instrument that you will see in a few minutes. It's called the RapidHIT ID, made by IntegenX out of California. We put the DNA into that machine, and in 90 minutes later, it gives us a DNA profile. That DNA profile, within seconds to minutes, is uploaded into our local database that holds over 20,000 DNA profiles. 20,000 DNA profiles, and it's cross-referenced against those profiles, and it lets us know either yay or nay that the guy we have in custody is that person that maybe committed all these other crimes. So we started this and launched it this past week on the 13th of March, 2017. The second sample we put into the system, yielded results. Tullytown police take a report of a stolen vehicle. Bensalem Township arrests a young man for unrelated to that crime in Tullytown. We arrest him for a stolen vehicle. The vehicle that was stolen at Tullytown is dumped in Bucks County Park in Bensalem Township. Tullytown police process that scene, put the DNA samples into the database. It gets uploaded into the database. After we arrest a suspect for unrelated to the Tullytown incident, we process him, put him into the rapid machine. 90 minutes later, it hits to 6 pieces of evidence recovered in the stolen vehicle from Tullytown Police Department. Case closed. What used to take 18 months was amazing under 30 days that we were able to get criminals off the streets. Now, in 1.5 hours in Bucks County, through this great leadership to the right of me, we're able to get criminals off the street in 91 minutes, theoretically. I don't know what's next, but this is the latest and greatest tool in law enforcement. And again, I'm proud that we have this in Bensalem Township through the support of the folks that are elected here in Bensalem and our elected officials in Bucks County and our state. We're able to get this support. We were able to obtain it through a grant through the state, and all the other funding for the samples, everything comes through the township that we've been very supportive and very lucky to have the mayor and council, most of the council support us. So that's been pretty amazing. What I'd like to do is turn it over to the district attorney for some comments.
I have been a supporter of the collective DNA databasing, the local databasing, since its inception. So I am a believer. I am amazed at this newest iteration, which I call almost jokingly a magic box, but the science behind it has been vetted, it's been supported. I understand that it's been affirmed in a court in South Carolina. We're very anxious to use this not only as a law enforcement tool, but also to utilize the science in a court of law when we go up against these defendants and we attempt to convict them at trial. But the essence of it is whenever a police officer, or let me back up a second, whenever a criminal would commit a crime up until today, they always had an inherent head start because criminals don't just sit there and wait for the police to catch them. They're on to their next criminal escapade. And up until today, that head start went from forever, we never caught them, down to 18 months if we submitted the forensic evidence to the DNA lab in the state police, down to 30 days when we started this private consortium. And now I'm very proud to say that that head start is a mere 90 minutes. And if you give us 90 minutes to catch you, we're going to catch you. So it is with great pleasure that I endorse this program, and I am very excited to know and to see it be operated on a countywide scale. And frankly, the sky's the limit, and I'm anxious also to see what they can come up with next. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Matt and Fred, and certainly Gene, and everybody connected with this. Anybody knows me, I'm a team guy. I talk about teams that always win. That's what we have here in Bensalem. We have a winning team. It comes by no accident to me that this has come about. This is the first one in the United States of America, and we pride ourselves in our police department on the great work that they do. We have the support, they have our support, most of council, to make sure that they always get the best tools that they can have to do their job, and we'll continue to do that here in Bensalem. And you called it a magic box. I don't know, Matt, what other word you can give it, but can you imagine going from 3 months to 90 minutes to be able to catch someone that's doing, the bad guys that are doing this stuff? I'm not a policeman. I can tell you they had the toughest job in the world, and here in Bensalem we had the best police force anywhere. Not putting any other of the towns down, but this police force we had, the men and women here, do the greatest job, and they continue to do that as long as we give them the tools they need to do their job. And we're going to continue to do that. And Fred, with your department, I thank you. Gene Dedron, State Representative, who does a great job here as part of our team, and certainly everybody else. And to the men and women of our police force, I thank you for what you do to us on a daily basis. Go get the guys in 90 minutes. Thank you.
Pretty amazing, isn't it? 90 minutes. And, you know, I just played a small part in this. The township was able to get a grant from the PCCD, which is the Pennsylvania Commission on Crime and Delinquency, and me and Senator Tomlinson helped out securing that grant. But the credit goes to the mayor and council. Councilman Ed Kisselback's here with us today, and the Bensalem Police Department, who I think, and the mayor always says, is absolutely the best police department in the state of Pennsylvania. So I'm just proud to stand here with them, and you know, the idea is to get the criminals off the street, and especially with this heroin and opiate epidemic that we're facing, these people, to fill their addiction, are committing crime after crime after crime on a daily basis. And hopefully this will cut into that, to get them off the street, to put them behind bars, and with that, help them get the help that they need and the treatment they need to put their lives back together. So again, very, very proud to be part of this team. Thank you.
Hi, thanks very much. I'm honored to be here on behalf of the people at IntegenX who created what I think was high praise, the Magic Box. And what we did was we took an established laboratory process for DNA testing that's been in place for 30+ years and just highly miniaturized it, using all the technologies that have been used for years to solve crimes, but finally put it into a path and use pattern. The folks could do this in 90 minutes. We've placed several hundred of these instruments, but I have to give credit to Director Herron and the county that they're the first ones to have the vision and the foresight to see how to do this directly in the police stations. Thank you very much.
The people of Bensalem Township pay us, and through their tax money, and they pay a lot of money for us to operate a police department, but you can't put a price on safety. And it's my job and a job of the police department here and my command staff that every single day, with consulting with the mayor and his staff, what new items can we deploy to prevent tomorrow's victim? Because that's what the residents and the people that come to Bensalem Township want. They want to make sure that they can park their car and be safe. They want to make sure that no one breaks into their house. They want to make sure their kids come home from school. They want to make sure that when they're shopping at the ShopRite and Acme, nothing gets stolen. They want to make sure that they're safe to walk into the movie theater, and that's our job, to make sure that we provide that safety. And I'll use anything in the toolbox to provide that, and that's what we're doing here with the Magic Box, to get that criminal off the street in 90 minutes.